everybody. Today we have beautiful laptop Dell Precision 5560 with great graphics, RTX A2000. We'll take it apart, we'll see what we can fix, replace or upgrade. So for the bottom screws you need a T4 screwdriver. Take out all the screws. Now we have to lift the bottom case, so find a gap where you can put a plastic prying tool. Don't use a metal one because then you will scratch the other parts. Okay. Work your way around the edge. Alright. So the bottom is out. Here we have the part number. Now let's start with disconnecting the battery so we don't cause any short. Slide out the connector. Now we can take out all the screws, but we have to switch the screwdriver. So for the internal parts you will need a regular Phillips screwdriver. So it looks like the battery you will be able to replace it. If it's swollen or it doesn't hold the charge, you can replace it. So watch out for the Wi-Fi, for the speaker wire. Okay, so that's our battery. That's the type number and the part number. Now we can see our memory, so you can spread those arms and then you can take it out. This is how you can replace it or upgrade it to the bigger one. This laptop came with 32 gigabytes DDR4 memory. Here under those covers are our storage SSD drives. So let's take out the cover. And this is how you take out the storage. So if you need to replace it because your laptop doesn't boot and says no boot device, or you would like to upgrade to the bigger one, that's how you do it. That's the NVMe drive. Let's see if we have second drive here. This is how you can expand your storage. You can install additional drive. This slot was empty. So now we can take out our cooling. So if your laptop overheats or the fans are making noise, replace fan. If the heatsink is bent or doesn't disperse the heat properly, it's clogged, also replace it. So unplug the fan from the motherboard. And the second fan. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we can take it out already. Here we have the part number. Here we have an additional screw under that cover, so we have to lift it in order to take out the fan. Now we can take it out. Here we have the part number. And now let's take off the heatsink. Be careful, sometimes it may be stuck to the GPU or to the processor. This one wasn't, so it's good. Here we have the part number. That's our processor and the graphics card. They both soldered on the motherboard, so if that doesn't work, you have to replace the whole board. Let's see now, let's unscrew all the screws for the I/O board and for the motherboard. Here we have our video cable, so we have to disconnect it. Now we have to take out this bracket because the motherboard is underneath. Okay. Let's disconnect the speaker. Okay. We can take out the speaker now, actually. So if your sound doesn't work, you can replace your speakers. Alright, here we have the part number. Now let's see if the motherboard is already free to go. One more connector here. Oh, and the Wi-Fi antenna. The Wi-Fi card is unfortunately soldered on the motherboard, as we can see here, so you cannot replace it. You would have to buy the whole new motherboard. Alright, so the motherboard is out. Here. And here we have our I/O board. It has our card reader. So if your card reader doesn't work, you can replace this part. Now let's take out the hinge screws so we can disconnect the screen. Now unfold gently the hinge assembly. Oh, and the Palmrest touchpad, keyboard Palmrest touchpad assembly. Usually sold in one piece. Here we have the part number. As we can see, the keyboard is riveted to the Palmrest, so you cannot replace it. You could replace the touchpad. It's held by these 3 screws. But very often they sell the whole part. If you need parts, check gatlaptopparts.com. And here we have our beautiful screen left with the cover, video cable and the webcam. The actual LCD is very fragile, so it's better to buy the whole screen assembly. That's our keyboard touchpad Palmrest assembly. The keyboard is riveted to the Palmrest. You cannot replace it. You have to buy the whole Palmrest keyboard assembly. You could take out the touchpad if it doesn't work, so let's do that. That's how you can take out the touchpad. And here we have the part number.